Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Keep your hands up because we are on Foul Play. I'm your host, Mike Kim, and today we have a lucky bachelor, aka a poor sap, and we're going to be turning his life upside down in a good way. We're going to have three lucky ladies show up today as contestants, and they're going to be somehow winning this guy's hand, but only one will walk away with this man. Now, let's get to know our contestants and our bachelor. First up is the bachelor. Boris Smith, never married, age 43. How do you feel about being on the show?
Mike, it's great to be here.
I see it says here you're a plumber.
I am, yes.
Do you enjoy your occupation?
I do. It's not a very glamorous job, but I enjoy the work.
Do you have any reason for being on the show?
Yeah, so I've never had a successful relationship, so I thought I might be able to find one on this show.
That's our job. That's our job. Now, let's get right into the three contestants that we will be seeing as his choices. Now, first off, what is your name, first contestant?
Oh, but what's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. And so Boris, were he not Boris called, would still retain that dear perfection for which he owes.
No, like, what's your real name?
It's Jade Montgomery.
Jade Montgomery.
I'm sure you've heard of me.
Yep, it says you are a good best actor.
Yes, I am. Or, if I'm not, I intend to be. I've acted in many famous shows, and I have, well, I'm sure you've heard of me already, so I don't need to introduce myself any farther.
She's also age 29. Compare that with age 43 over there. Age 29, and she is, it says here that your husband died in a play of Julius Caesar.
Yes, I was very shaken up of it. You know, he was Julius, I was Brutus, but so sad.
Moving on. Next contestant is, what's your name?
Cinnamon Tarit.
Oh, and it says here that you're,
I'm the Countess of Florence in Yorkshire.
Oh. It says here that you're 35 years old and your husband died in a violent assault led by your first husband?
Yeah, he's in jail now.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, our next contestant over here is?
Hi, my name is Linda.
Linda, great to have you on the show. It says you're here, you're the Duchess of the Coop, and you're 2 years of age.
Yes, I'm a little advanced in age, but I still have a youthful approach to life.
We're glad to keep that in mind. We got a few treasure here, folks, as you can see from these three amazing ladies. All right, now Boris Smith has the decision of who he would like as his main lady. So we're going to be asking him, I'm asking the three contestants a series of questions. He's going to be taking some notes, and I'm going to ask about his assessment. First question, we're going to get started. Main question. Each of the three contestants will have 2 minutes, only 2 minutes, to answer each one of these questions. These will be timed, and then by the end, we'll get his assessment. All right, ready? First question.
I'd like to wonder, why did you ask me about my previous husband and not them? After all, I'm sure they have interesting stories.
I'm sure we have. Well, I mean, Linda's husband is now in KFC. So, we're gonna continue. What is first question? Hobbies, goals, and most embarrassing moment. You got 2 minutes to answer this question. Tell us honestly how you feel. Ready, set, go.
I guess you could say my hobby is my job. I just love my job, and I don't do much else other than my job, and it's quite fun, and I love memorizing my lines. My goal is to be on top as the best actor, if I'm already not, and to use that power to change the world in some ways. And most embarrassing moment. Probably when I was young, I was about 5, and walking onto the stage, I tripped and fell, but it was perfectly my character, so still, it wasn't scripted.
Do you feel, what was your first reason for going into acting?
Well, when I was younger, I was a star of all the plays that I tried out to, and I thought, you know, maybe I could make a job after this. After all, I looked up to all the other really famous actors, you know, they had their names in the news, they were making changes, and I thought, you know, that'd be a really fun thing for me to do. Plus, since I have the talent, after all, I've been cast as the lead role, I could do it.
Was there any backlash for your embarrassing moment?
Not much since we were all, so cute at 5 years old. But my parents were a little mad, but nobody really was that worried.
So you feel like your parents have high expectations for you?
Oh, they did. But, they're dead now. I'm sorry. Just move along.
Well, 2 minutes have not gone up yet, but do you feel like you've given up all you can? Do you feel like your goals and hobbies will help your bachelor over there get over his problems?
Yes, I believe introducing him into my world will help him, just get off the slump he's in.
That's quite an interesting thing. Do you believe that he has some interesting assets that could help your career?
Yes, I think actually, bringing someone up from somewhere that's not super famous will, help show that I'm kind and I'm generous.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for you. Moving on. Now, Cinnamon, talk to me about the questions.
Okay, some of my hobbies are swimming in the Marina Trench, swimming with sharks, climbing Mount Everest, going to Japan, going to the moon sometimes, prank calling Elon Musk. He still doesn't know it's me. My goals are solving world hunger, curing cancer, and buying North Korea.
Oh, so what is your most embarrassing moment?
So when the Prime Minister of India was staying in my house, his bed sheets were white, not cream. So embarrassing. Can't believe I let myself do that.
We've all had that moment.
Okay.
And then, so tell to me, how do you think that the man over there, do you believe that he will help you achieve these goals?
Yes, I think his status as a plumber will help me learn humility and what it means to be humble. And I think that that's a very important quality for a countess to learn.
That's nice. I see that a lot of your goals are very overachieving. Do you believe you're an overachiever?
No, I think I'm average for people of my kind.
Oh. Did your parents hold you in high esteem?
Yes, because I am the light of their lives.
Oh. So tender.
Yes.
All right. Well, we have some time. So speaking of tender, we should get to the chicken over there, but we're going to continue with this guy real quick. Or girl, sorry. My bad. We had another bachelorette earlier. So, how do you feel in terms of, do you feel like you could give something to him in terms of your job?
I think I can help him make connections with a lot of famous people. I think I can show him what the real life is like, what it means to be in first class, what it means to live lavishly,
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. We're going to move on to Linda now. Linda, talk to me about those questions.
My hobbies include being outside, also being inside. I'm part of a family business. It's an agricultural business. We all work together, and our hobbies and our work life. That's getting close to my eye. Thanks. My work life and my hobbies kind of intermingle. We all hang out after work too. So you could call me an aspiring DJ because I love to scratch.
It's quite a story. Do you think? Do you believe that? How is your occupation gonna help Boris over there in terms of you two dating?
I think we both have humble origins. I mean, being that he's in the plumbers union, he's probably pulling down 6 figures, and I'm not getting anything close to that. But I do know how to prepare a meal, so that I got that going for me, which is nice.
Well, do you think that any of his skills can help you achieve your goals in life?
Oh, absolutely. sometimes my place gets a little messy. It might be nice to install a water feature, and it seems like he could, do that.
It's quite a loving story.
Of course it is.
Do you have any sort of plan as to what you two will do first once you guys are together?
Well, we got to get to know each other, and then if it ends up in matrimony, just tons and tons of kids. I'd say, multiple kids per day, probably.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for today. And now we're going to look over and see how Boris takes all of these questions. How do you feel about Jade's amazing story?
You know, I enjoy Jade stories, and I myself enjoy a little bit of theater. When I'm not unclogging toilets, I tend to be at local theaters, so the story really inspired me. She did seem a little bit self-centered, which concerns me, but other than that, I thought she was okay.
All right. What about Cinnamon?
Cinnamon. Interesting question. I found her to be a bit what you would describe as a snob. She seemed to be focused on money, and she talked about showing me what living was like. I don't think the way she's living is the way that most people live.
Nice. What about Linda?
So I appreciate her humble origins, but I am an extremely sedentary person, and I don't think the agriculture business would be the right fit for me.
These are interesting comments. Well, we're going to come back after a few messages, and then afterwards we're going to look at some more questions. Ready? See you after these messages.
Stop!
Why should I?
Because of this amazing stop sign.
How much does it cost?
It costs the low price of $99.99.
That's surprisingly cheap.
It is amazingly cheap.
What else does it come with?
It comes with this amazing quality and the ability to tell people to stop.
Stop and buy this.
Welcome back to Foul Play. Last we asked the first question in 3 main questions about these ladies that this bachelor will have to assess from. Now we're moving on to the second question. Second question, what is your favorite romantic activity? We're going to be asking that to these 3 ladies. Please have your answers considered before I answer. Now, Jade, what's yours?
Well, as I'm a theater person, I love going to romantic plays, movies, I can learn from the audience, and it's just fun to get into that romantic spirit.
Very sweet. Do you believe that you have do you believe that you can do that with him?
I believe so. I mean, earlier he said that he enjoys going to the theater, so I thought that might be a fun thing for us to do.
Do you believe, as a plumber, that he would be interested in something such as acting and plays?
Well, I don't know, but I would love, if he would be interested, I would love to act in a play where he is as the main love interest. I mean, that would be fun. It's also one of my goals.
Oh, that's very sweet. But do you believe that he is up towards acting? Like, there's one thing where you watch, and there's another one where you actually act.
Well, as I like to say, everyone can act. They just have to learn and practice.
Oh, interesting. Well, we're going to actually move on to the next person, but good talk. Next person, Cinnamon Trahit. How do you feel in terms of your favorite romantic activity?
Boris said that I was a snob, but I think I'm more posh. So my favorite romantic activity would be buying beaches, buying restaurants, buying houses, buying lakes, buying ponds, buying chocolate. Online shopping too, that's good. But yeah.
Do you believe that, I noticed that you love buying a lot of things. Do you have enough money for all these items?
Of course. I'm wealthy.
Do you-
Wealthy.
Oh. Do you believe that you will have? Do you believe that even though you can buy all these things, would you like if Boris over there would buy you some of these things?
I understand his current financial situation, and like I said before, I'm trying to learn humility.
By marrying a plumber, if you get chosen.
Exactly.
There you have it, folks. Well, let's move on to the next and final contestant. Linda, how do you feel about your romantic activity?
I like long walks on the beach. Beach, and I like sunsets and sunrises. Huge fan of sunrises. In my community, that's kind of a thing. And walks, flapping, exercise. Huge into flapping. Also, I enjoy cinema and trash television. Love it. Watch it all the time.
Well, Linda, I have something to say. Earlier, we didn't really introduce how you left your other boyfriends. So could you clarify anything? I said he went to KFC because it's pretty true, but you can clarify.
My previous husband was also lost to me like the other contestants. He became a meal.
Nice. Not nice. I'm so sorry for your loss. Do you?
Thank you.
Has anyone ever said that you look a lot like a rooster than a chicken?
Oh, no, I get that a lot, but, it's something I've dealt with, and I hope that I traverse that obstacle with grace and poise.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. We have had more time with these guests, and now Boris will give more on what he thinks of them. What did you feel about Jade?
Mike, I was honestly disappointed by this round. Response to Jade, no, not everyone can act. I was seriously disappointed by that. I seriously believe that there are a certain amount of people, and getting people who don't want to act into the acting profession is not something that I want to do.
How do you feel towards Cinnamon Trahit?
Yeah, I have a question for her. How is a transaction romantic? How? I want you to tell me.
Oh, well, we will get that response later. Well, what about Linda's performance?
You know, I actually enjoyed Linda's performance. I agreed. I watched a lot of trash TV.
So, after looking at all three of these people, out of their romantic activities, which one would you say would you most be eager to do?
Probably Linda's.
Oh.
Pick me.
Don't try to influence the decision.
Quiet, you.
You want to fight?
Oh.
You don't want to get involved in a...
Ladies, keep it down.
Fight
Honey,
with
I'd
me.
take you down in a second.
Hey, look at me. Don't turn this into a Springer episode, lady.
You started this.
Okay. Well,
I'll finish
we're gonna
it.
do one final.
And so
we're
can
gonna do
I.
one final round where I ask them of their final question, and then we're gonna move on. Their final question will actually be only 1 minute long. You will get only 1 minute to answer this question, so please be quick about it. All right. This question is about family and friends and thoughts about kids. Jade, what are your thoughts?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, my parents died very tragically when I was just entering the acting business, and that helped hurt my career a little bit. But then I was able to overcome it and become stronger, and maybe that pushed me to fame. I don't know. My friends, I have a very tight-knit, close of friends. You know, I know Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Winslet, a lot of the actors that you hear a lot. I work with them, and they're good friends of mine.
That's good connections that you have. Are there any? What are your thoughts on children?
Well, I like to have, maybe one or two. I don't want too many children because I think, for me at least, I would get in the way of my career, and my career is important to me, but also as family, so I'd like to have a good balance, but maybe more in my career. I'm not sure.
That's a good balance. We're going to move on to the next person, but thank you for your time. All right. Now, Cinnamon Trahit, what's your take on your question? What are your thoughts on family and friends?
So let me take this question as an opportunity to answer Boris's previous question.
About the transaction.
My parents taught me from a very young age what true happiness is. When I was sad that I didn't get the castle that I wanted to. My parents bought me a castle. What did they teach me? That buying things and money can bring happiness.
Oh, I see. Beautiful.
My parents are currently dead too.
Oh, well.
Also, my friends are Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Winslet, and Obama, Oprah, Ellen, Beyonce, and Trump.
All right, sounds good. We're going to move on to our final contestant. Linda, tell us about family and friends and what you feel about children.
I'm huge on family. I work with my family and with my friends on a daily basis. And if this relationship were to go to the next level, we would definitely have kids, probably several per day. Hey, take it easy. Don't touch me. So family and friends are just part of my everyday existence.
Sounds great. What about children? What are your thoughts on children?
Like I said, having children is not something I would balk at.
Have you had plenty of children in your life?
No, I've never had any children of my own yet. I've just never been able to sort of hatch that plan.
So, you never made omelets from your butt?
What?
I have done that, but not of my own.
There you have it, folks. Well, we're gonna move on now. Boris, give us your thoughts.
Well,
Jade.
you know, I don't enjoy children. I find them to be more of a nuisance than anything else. So, I could work with Jade's plan. One, at the maximum, two, no more than that. In terms of the friends, as I know she's a theater person, and I've heard that theater people have a very tight-knit group of friends, and I'd be worried that if I were to engage in a relationship with her, that I could potentially be classified as an invader.
I see. Well, what about Cinnamon?
So, Cinnamon, I don't really think she has real friends. I think the friends that she has are based on her status and wealth and aren't really true friends.
Ooh. What about her response to your transaction argument?
I got him good.
I think it just shows how spoiled she was, and I think if she was raised differently, I would have my opinions on her would be very different.
Oh. We have some fire here tonight, but I must ask, what did you think of Linda's?
Wasn't a huge fan of Linda's proposal.
I can change. Pick me.
As I said, don't try to influence the decision. This is all his.
The idea.
I'll find love my way.
Quiet, please. The idea. The idea of having that many kids startles, frightens, and invokes other emotions I do not wish to describe on the show. So, no.
Very, very understandable. Well, now we're going to be taking a quick commercial break, and after a few messages, we'll be right back, and we'll be deciding a winner then. See you then.
Oh, I didn't see you there. I'm Tom Bradley, 6-year employee of FindYourChicken.com. You know, before I logged on to FindYourChicken.com, when I think about it, I really did not have any friends. Like, wow, I was very, very lonely and very much searching for platonic relationships. That's when I met Linda. Linda is an absolutely great friend who I share a great emotional connection with. We have been through so much together. So many things that I cannot think about. So many. Find your chicken today at findyourchicken.com. There's a great variety of chickens, and hey, if Linda's not your cup of tea, who knows? Maybe a rooster will be. Or maybe Bradley, my friend, other friend, off screen, couldn't make it today. Please, log on to findyourchicken.com, a very easy to use website. Thank you. Hi.
Welcome. Welcome back to Fowl Play. Well, that was a minor misconception, but it's okay. We're back now. And now we're going to start by seeing Boris again, and we're going to be asking these ladies the next round of questions, which are filler questions. These are 5-second questions where they're going to be answering in 5 seconds. Very short. So, you ready for this round? Take good note.
I am very ready.
All right. Well, let's get started. First question. What is your favorite movie?
I would say all of my favorite movies are ones that I've acted in. I mean, I love them all.
My favorite movie is Casablanca.
Oh, I've acted in that.
Sure you did.
Want to check the credits?
My favorite movie is Chicken Little.
Nice. Well, all right, Boris. Well, now you can give your thoughts on their movie.
Well, to be honest, I don't really think that the movies that Jade starred in were of that high production quality or value.
Rude.
I don't think much money was made off of them, and I probably didn't hear of most of them.
Oh, I see. Well, we're going to move on to one more. We're going to move on to one more question, one more 5-second question. Next question is, next and final question, I mean, is what is your most attractive or valuable asset in your opinion?
I would say my fame. I mean, and also I'd like to say that I'm very flexible, and so I can deal with anything that comes my way, any curveball thrown.
Mm-hmm.
What was the question?
What's your most attractive asset?
Oh, my money. My bling bling.
Linda.
My most attractive asset is my ability to produce food.
Okay. Well, now before we move on to the next people, one final last sentence statement as to why you can tell him why you think you should be the winner.
So I know you said you think I'm self-centered. I think that's a assumption you made based on the quality and the questions of the show. But as I mentioned earlier, I'm flexible. I'm an actor. So I can change. So, if something happens, I can deal with it.
Okay. Final statement.
I just want to say that being on the show and talking to Boris over there has helped me realize that money may not be the answer and that happiness might be.
Okay.
So thank you, Boris.
All right. Sorry, Linda. No time for you.
Pick me or I'll poke your eyes out.
Okay.
Hey,
All
that's
right.
rude.
Now, do you have a winner in
I
mind?
do have a winner, yes.
Well, please stand up and tell who will be your next or first girlfriend.
The winner of this competition is Jade.
Jade!
Yes.
Come on out
Thank
here
you.
and hug your new
Here we go.
boyfriend.
It's awkward.
Boo.
This is love at first
Yes, why thank
sight.
you.
Well, we're going to, sorry to our two losers tonight, but I'm sure that they will find
You're a
someone.
loser.
Exactly.
They didn't have a chance anyway.
Oh, well. Well, we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Foul Play. Bye-bye.